Teresa. Hello. Hi Teresa. इसका आवाज भी नहीं आ रहा. Teresa, hello. Hi Teresa. Hi Teresa, can you see me? Hi Teresa. Hi Teresa. Hi, Therese. Hi, Therese Vita. We cannot hear your voice because we didn't start your session. Could you please respond to our messages? We are already posted in the messages tab, and also personally we have messaged you. Could you please check that messages if you hear my voice? So could you please join another session, or let's take 20 minutes of coffee break? Hi, Tarisvita. How are you? This is Melinda Roy. I think you are not able to hear my voice. Okay. You can. I will call to your number. Can you please respond?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Now you can hear me.
Yes. Now we can hear you, and now.
I can't hear you though, Melinda.
So can you hear me?
I cannot hear you. No.
You cannot hear me. 1 second.
I can't hear you, Melinda. Increase my volume. Is that better? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? I don't know what's going on here. Can you hear me? Yes? Okay. Well, I believe my time is up. Is it up or shall I begin again? Okay. Oh, you want me to restart my talk? Okay. All right. I'm going to restart my talk. You can hear me. Everybody can hear me. I apologize. All right. So here we go. I am going to share my presentation. I'm going to share my screen and we will start again. Okay. Welcome, welcome, everyone. I am looking forward to sharing with you again what I did not have the ability to share because I had some technical difficulties. My apologies. Welcome, welcome to this fabulous global summit. I am thrilled and honored to be here as part of this great group of women advancing the leadership of women in the community and in the world, and empowering them to achieve great levels of success and progress in the world and with their impact. We can do amazing things as women, and we need to support each other and uplift one another and encourage. And when we see what each other are doing, it is truly inspiring and motivating. And I'm just thrilled to be here. So um, I wanted to share my journey here as a Ziegler coach. So my role is a leadership and development coach here in Buffalo, New York, at Trace Vita Coaching, and I am a certified Ziegler coach. And I'm just so excited to be a Ziegler coach. They have this fabulous system, which is very easy to understand, and it's a system that people can use that is step by step, and it's just makes common sense, and it is highly, highly effective. And the basis for this program is the book Choose to Win, written by Tom Ziegler. And some of you may be familiar with the Ziegler name. Tom Ziegler is Zig Ziglar's son. And Zig Ziglar was a world famous motivational speaker, author, and trainer. And he has just worlds of knowledge and wisdom. And there's a Ziglar podcast, there's Ziglar Facebook page. Tom is now the CEO of the company, and there's just a lot of really good, inspiring stuff out there, which we all need every day to fill ourselves with. But today, what I want to give you is really something that you can take away and that you can use. And I want to share with you an example of one of the things that a Ziegler client did take away. And it's just such a poignant story. So Tom Ziegler had a client named Tyson, and I just love this story. It's pretty unique. Tyson was he had a blended family, and he was very interested in building better relationships in his family and having more success in his career, and he wanted to get in shape. And so he came in and, kind of talked about what he was trying to do. And with the family, there were the older children, and then there were the littles. And he really wanted to be able to cultivate a relationship, a better relationship with these littles, right? As they went to school and they went off on their day. So he had a little idea from the coaching session, and he decided that he was going to put a little note in the children's lunchbox, or hand it to them on their way out to school in the morning. And he was going to do that. It took him 30 seconds to a minute to do, and he decided he was going to do it every day. And so the first week that he did it, the kids were like, "This is really weird. What is going on?" They just thought it was very odd. And then the second week, they thought, "Well, geez, I wonder how long Tyson is going to continue doing this." And then the third week, they were all waiting for their notes. They couldn't wait to get their notes. And the next session that he had with Tom, his wife came with him, and his wife said, "What have you done to my husband?" And she said it in the nicest way, and she said it with tears in her eyes. And she saw what the power of just a small thing, a small choice, a small action can make, and the impact that those things had, um, on those children's lives. And so it's a beautiful story, and it really goes to show you that this is really what Choose to Win is all about. It's about helping us recognize where in our lives we have the ability to choose to take a small action and really move the needle. Um, and that's really kind of, we talk about the changes that we could make. So all of the program is based on Tom's book, and I want you to hang on to the end, because in about 20 minutes, I'm going to share with you, I'm going to give you a little gift. Um, And I will tell you more about it later, but just stick around until the end if you're still here. Um, and so, one of the things that Tom said is the fastest way to success is replacing bad habits with good habits. And this is so true because in the end, we're all grinding towards success. We all have our definitions of success. And sometimes we look at it and it's such a big nut and it's such a big goal and we don't break it down. And when we do break it down, when we look at things just steps along the way and we're making these habits every day, we're taking those actions, it propels our success much faster and much easier. You don't have to upset your whole life to make transformational progress. Um, so one of the things that we talk about in Ziegler is, you can choose to win. You can everything we do is a choice, and sometimes our choices aren't really choices. It's a default, right? Sometimes we just default to old habits, and we're not really choosing a different course of action. But the truth is, we can make different choices, and we can make transformational choices that are small that lead to tremendous impact and change on the other side. And the key is really believing that and seeing and recognizing that we have more capacity, we have more potential, we have more inside of us than we thought possible. And that if we claim that power, if we actually claim it and we take ownership of it, we can transform our lives. We can all do, be, and have more than we do right now. And there's no reason why we cannot achieve what we want to achieve when we have a plan. And so, the what I want to share with you is a few secrets on about the gift, but the most important thing is that we need to understand, and Zig Ziglar said this, that man was designed for accomplishment, engineered for success, and endowed with the seeds of greatness. So again, we all have that capacity to become great. Zig Ziglar was a man who came from very, very meager means, and he became this world-renowned motivational speaker and author. His personal story is just unbelievable, and he walked the walk, uh, and he's not just talking the talk. And so what is important to know when you are embarking on your journey of whatever you're calling, what success means to you, you have to understand why. What is your why? If we don't really understand why we want the things that we want, um, they're not really ours, right? If we don't understand why we want something, then we're very unlikely to achieve it, right? There's got to be that grounding in why. And not everybody really takes the time to figure out their why in all the different areas of their lives. And it really behooves us to spend some time and to take the time and to take the space that we need to get clear on it. And when we are clear on our why, then we can really have the ability to take action that is going to give us what we're looking to achieve. What are our hallmarks of success? What are the things that we want in our lives? A tree's fruitfulness um, is depends on its rootfulness, right? So we have to identify our dreams, desires, and goals of our life, and we say, well, I want this. I want, a raise. I want to be able to buy my dream house. I want to be able to retire. I want to have great relationships and travel and see my kids and grandkids. What is the fruit of the tree you would like to see? Here are just some of the things that people want to have. You want integrity. You want to be a person of integrity and known as a person of integrity. You want good health, peace of mind, good relationships. You want to have that solid reputation in your community, happiness. You want to have financial freedom. You want to travel. And in order to get those fruits, we need to really nourish the roots of the tree. And the roots of the tree, there's 7 roots of the tree: financial, mental, spiritual, physical, family, career, and personal. And in the Ziegler family, we call that it's the wheel of life with 7 spokes. So the 7 spokes of the wheel of life, what we find when we look at our lives is sometimes our lives are out of balance, right? We're not on all cylinders all the time. So what I'd like us to do is just take a quick assessment here so that we can kind of take a temperature about where we really are right now in our lives. So I'd ask, there is a handout, the Wheel of Life handout. So take the handout, and if you don't have it, simply take a piece of paper and write out these spokes on the piece of paper. And I'm going to take a sip of water here. And what I will do is I will call out these spokes. And what you're going to do is you're going to rank yourself on a scale of 1 to 10. I'll walk you through it. And I'll give you some hints along the way to kind of help score yourself. And that's also in the handout. Things that you can think about as you're giving yourself a score. So let's start out with physical. So in the physical realm of your life, how do you know you're in what kind of physical shape you're in? Have you been to the doctor? Are you exercising? Are you sleeping 7 to 8 hours a night? Are you giving yourself the right nutrition? Are you eating the best foods? Are you getting the right amount of protein and carbs and healthy fats in your diet? Are you exercising? So again, just rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10 in the physical. Family. So how's your family life? And family, family and friends, your close circle. Not everyone has a family, children of their own, but just think about your family dynamics, your family communication, your relationship with your kids, your relationship with your spouse or your close friends. How do you interact together? Do you have family dinners? Are you having meaningful conversations? Do you have a family crest? Whatever it is, whatever family means to you, give yourself a score, rank yourself 1 to 10. Mental. So mentally, what we feed our mind determines our mental state. It determines our thoughts, and our thoughts are what produce our emotions, and our emotions cause us to act or not act in a certain way, and then we get results that we may or may not intend. So mentally, what are you doing to keep yourself in a positive mental state and to be creative? What are you feeding your mind? Are you reading? What are you watching? What are you listening to? Who do you surround yourself with? Are you having good conversations? How do you keep your brain, you know, hydrated and sharp? So all the things that we need to do. Again, your mental state, your outlook is very important, but it determines your output. Your outlook determines your output. Give yourself a score. Let's move to the financial spokes. So how's your financial life? How are you with your savings? Are you ready for retirement? Are you in debt, and are you on your way to being out of debt? What's the plan? Do you have a plan? What are your financial goals? How are you passing those on within your family? So again, rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10. Spiritual, we all have different spiritual lives. Whether you believe in God or a higher power, have faith, your beliefs. How are you how are you in your spiritual life? Are you good with God? Are you good with yourself? Are you feeling that you're living a good life and you feel peaceful, and you have character qualities, you have integrity, you have people, you're doing things that create trust. Okay, you have character qualities that you are constantly trying to improve in yourself. So rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10. Career. How's your career? Are you loving what you do? Are you really motivated? Are you successful? Are you looking to do something different? Do you have the ability to advance in your career? Is there something that you really want to do that's different. Maybe you're unfulfilled. Maybe you would like to try something different, reinvent yourself, like I did. So, again, on a scale of 1 to 10, give yourself a ranking in your career. Personal is really about your self care. It's about what you're going to do, the space that you hold for yourself to give yourself energy. So, what kind of things do you do to restore your reserves? We drain our cup in the daytime. We're draining our cup with all the things that we do, and we need to fill our cup. And so, what are you doing on a daily basis to take care of yourself? So that's the personal spoke, and give yourself a score there. And then what I'd like you to do is just connect all your dots, connect the dots of the wheel, and if you can see what does your wheel look like? Is it a round wheel? Is it a bumpy wheel? Because the the balance in your wheel is going to affect how you enjoy your life and how quickly you go somewhere. It's going to affect your ride. It's going to be really bumpy and hard, or it's going to be a balanced and easier trip. And so what we want to do is we want to bring the low scores, up to a higher score. Usually some people will have a bunch of, sevens, eights, nines, and maybe a few lower scores. And what this is about is really trying to get you to be able to raise those scores so that you have more balance in your life. Because what we find is, if you're pouring everything into your career, you may be highly successful in your career, but you may not be so good at taking care of yourself physically. Maybe you're not spending as much time with your family as you might like. Maybe you're just, you're too tired to read. You're too tired to do anything to kind of improve your outlook. You're just kind of slogging away. So we want to create more balance in your life so that you can have balanced success. And success is having more of the good things in life. And everyone's definition of success is really different. And it's not about going on Facebook and seeing what everyone else is doing. That's when kind of you can get discouraged or frustrated. Success is really being clear on your why so that you can have more of the good things in life. And it is the maximum utilization of the abilities that God gave you. And that's what Zig Ziglar defined, how he defined success. So we all have room for improvement, right? I mean, on my wheel, I know I've got a lot of room for improvement in some areas, and we can chuckle about it, but because of those things, we can be more. If we're healthier, we can actually do more. We can have more energy to do the things that are really important to us. If we have better relationships, they can really support us. We can feel lifted up by the support, the social support and mentors that we have around us. So all of the spokes of the wheel really contribute to our success and to our ability to actually galvanize ourselves and our talents and our gifts to be all that we can be in the world. So I mentioned this earlier, but the fastest way for transforming your life is replacing bad habits with good habits. So here's an example. This is kind of a stark example. If a lot of people, I like water, coffee, and carbonate, just soda, water, seltzer. But a lot of people enjoy soda. Some people wake up with a soda in their hand. Some people are drinking soda all day. Maybe some people have one soda a day. If you were to just replace your one can of soda with a bottle of water, you would lose 17 pounds in a year. And you would consume 44 pounds less sugar in your diet. And that's pretty amazing. So again, that's just one thing that you can do. I'm going to replace my soda with water. I'm going to start drinking water. Big changes come from small steps. And good habits are simply good choices made over and over again. And what we do in Choose to Win is we're really looking at all the spiritual roots or the spokes of the wheel that we need to nourish, and what small changes can we make in these areas that can really move the needle. Good habits nourish your roots. And when your roots are nourished, you will have more success. You will have better relationships. You will do better in your career. You'll feel better about your financial situation. You're going to generate more money. You're going to be able to do things that maybe you're not doing right now because you're not nourishing your roots. Success is the fruit of good habits, as Tom Ziglar says. And let's just break it down to 3 life-changing choices. And there are lots of choices we can make, but I'm going to focus on the really important ones. So the first one is choose your input. Our mental outlook is so important. If we're not thinking the right thoughts, if we're not giving ourselves intentional good information to put ourselves in that positive mindset, we're not going to be in the greatest place to then make the best choices and take the best action, right? What you feed your mind determines your appetite. That's a Tom Ziglar quote. So that's number one. Number two is choosing your principles and values. This gets to the spirituality. So it's really understanding what you stand for, your character, your integrity, and trust is the byproduct of integrity. And there's nothing good in your life that will happen if you don't have character and integrity. Trust is the basis of all our relationships and everything that we do in life. We all have every characteristic necessary for success if we recognize, claim, develop, and use them. And this is a Zig Ziglar quote. We have everything we need to be successful. Sometimes it's about us going along and not choosing what we want to do. Sometimes we're on autopilot, right? That's just human nature. It's habit. We're running patterns all the time. But we have the ability to choose something different. And if you recognize the fact that you can choose something different, you can say, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this thing and I'm going to move the needle. And then the last one is choosing to be persistent and consistent. So that's about the block in a mailbox. So Zig Ziglar, when he got out of the hospital, he was told he could start jogging. And so he jogged a block and then he walked home. And then the next day he jogged a block and a mailbox and he walked home. And then the next day he did a block and 2 mailboxes. And so it goes. He was persistent and consistent. And that is what we need to be if we're going to create change. Persistent, you're going to take it up a notch every time. And consistent is daily habits. And physically, waiting to feel motivated to do something physical. You know what? You just make up your mind. You decide that you're going to do it. And then you get motivated. You will feel motivated when you take action. Action is first. And there's the block in a mailbox story that I just shared. So going back to, what is your why? What do you want out of life? What is it that you're wanting? Where is your discontent? And do you have the strong desire to make change in your life? What's it costing you to not be living the life that you want to be living? And having hope, being ready to know that you can do it, and maybe needing some support along the way, and really making the decision that you're doing it. It's grit. We don't just say, oh, it'd be nice to do XYZ. Well, then it's just an idea. But when you commit to doing something, when you have the grit and you're going to take action, that's when you know that you can really make big changes in your life and get unstuck. So here's where I'm going to mention our gift. So the free gift is, I will offer a 45-minute complimentary strategy session with anybody who would like to schedule one with me. It's I think I have like 5 slots next week. But if you just send an email, go to my website, there's a landing page there, and you can book a call. Um, you know, you can read the book Choose to Win. You can certainly do that. But having the coaching and being walked through the program and doing it in a group is also really, really beneficial, and you get a lot of wonderful ideas from other folks. You can also do it on your own. But the difference between who you are and who you want to be is what you do. And here is the framework for the Ziegler Choose to Win system. Be, do, have, give, and leave a legacy. There's all your steps and the spokes. And we have a goal setting system, which also was part of your handouts. Again, I am happy to provide those to anyone who sends me an email. But living a life of purpose on purpose is a choice. We can choose our life. We have the agency over our own lives, and we can choose to win. And it starts with you, but it doesn't start until you do. So you can choose to win. You can transform your life by making simple choices on a daily basis. It is really very exciting. And now I'm going to open it to questions, and hopefully I will be able to see you and hear you. So I'm going back into the room. Okay. 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 What key messages do I convey in the book It Is Done, and how has this impacted the readers? Okay. I think this might be for another speaker. I have not written It Is Done. I don't know of the book It Is Done written by anyone in the Ziegler family. So I can't respond to that, unfortunately. What motivated me to transition from being an attorney and wealth advisor to a professional and leadership development coach? Okay, well, at each step of my career, I I felt I felt called to do something different, and ultimately, um, I I am at a point where I've gone through so many transitions. I've had so many of my own challenges, and I've had different careers, and I've learned a lot of the unique challenges in those careers, and the things that, frankly, every professional and leader um, deals with. And every human being, we are human beings, and we have lots of the same challenges, right? And I wanted to, I looked at I did some purpose work, right? I looked at my why. I looked at what my talents were, and I looked at what I was good at. And I decided that, and I'm blessed with a strong faith, and I felt called to really help other people get through some of the challenges that I had with my mindset and my time management and my health, some health issues, and just um, becoming more effective, getting out of my own way. I've taken so many courses. I've become so educated in a lot of different things. And I think a lot of folks just don't necessarily have all that. They're going to a therapist, or they're doing some coaching, or they're reading various books. And, you know, I just felt like I have a lot of keys and knowledge that I can use to help other people. And I love my life now, and I'm so happy and excited, and I want to help other people do the same thing. Um, so I don't know if there are other questions. I think hello everyone. Oh, nice to meet you all. Um, I really appreciate you being here. And again, I've got these gifts. So what you need to do is go to my website, which is Therese Vita Coaching. at TereseVitaCoaching.com. Here it is. Okay. There's the slide. That's the last slide with all my contact information. TereseVitaCoaching.com. You can email me, and you can also find me on LinkedIn. It's been a real pleasure. I would love to chat with you and talk about life and what's going on with you. So thank you again. Have a beautiful evening and enjoy the rest of the conference.